Hey, this is Lee Nevis, host of CJ and Cell. Thanks for listening to the following podcast on Public House Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Everything that happens to you is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. We cannot outperform our level of self-esteem. We cannot draw to ourselves more than we think we are worth. Ooh, did you hear that? Everything that happens to you is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. We cannot outperform our level of self-esteem. We cannot draw to ourselves more than we think we are worth. Ooh, that's a good one. Welcome to Choose to Rise, where today we're going to be talking about rebuilding our self-esteem. Are you stuck in a spot where you are feeling low, where you are having lots of negative thoughts today? Well, if you are, this is for you. If you know someone that needs this, share this with them. But today we're going to be talking about how to rebuild our self-esteem and how to really overcome the negative thoughts that are part of us, because we are what we believe about ourselves. We are the things that we believe that we are worth. And so everything that happens to us is a reflection of what we believe about ourselves. We cannot outperform our level of self-esteem. We cannot draw to ourselves more than we think we are worth. And if you want to connect with me more, if you want to be a part of Choose to Rise, I hope that you head over to Facebook and like and comment there. It's tagged here on this Public House Media Facebook page. This is where I'm going live today. And you can also head over to chooseToRiseUp.com and check us out there as well. All right, let's get rolling. You are what you believe about yourself. Do you believe that? So today we're going to be talking about how to improve your self-esteem. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that are listening to this that may be thinking, that's not me. I don't know about that. But today we're going to be talking about boosting your self-esteem and creating a positive self-image for yourself. We're going to go over the changes that maybe it's take for you to overcome that low self-esteem. We're going to figure out how and why you believe those things about yourself. And we're going to just kind of overcome a lot of that stuff. Do you find yourself feeling super, super low? Do you find yourself, feeling like, oh, I could never do that? Do you hear yourself saying that about yourself sometimes? Well, if you do, keep tuning in. If you don't, pay attention, because we all do that at some point. Self-esteem and confidence can be super difficult concepts to grasp about ourselves sometimes, but we can present new challenges if we can be affected by low self-esteem and confidence for a long time. Many of us that battle low self-esteem, or that feeling less than or feeling unworthy of things, I felt that before. I know what it feels like to be there. And when I started taking action to move forward with a more positive way, and I started to really overcome the battle in my head of that low self-esteem, I was able to really start believing that I was worth it, believing that I was capable of doing more. That's when the whole world kind of opened up for me. So today I'm going to ask myself, why do I reach out to people for their constant approval? Why am I trying to find value in somebody else's work, value in somebody else's opinion of me? Why am I trying to figure out who I am in their world when I really should be thinking about who I am in his world? There are only two people that matter in this world when it comes to opinions, and it's your creator, and yourself. So when you're thinking about those kinds of things, let's talk about how you can rebuild that self-esteem. Let's talk about how over time you can start believing in who you are, believing that you're enough, and that there is no scale to measure yourself versus anybody else. Have you heard me say before that when you are, comparison is the thief of all joy? Have you heard me say before that you are the only one that matters? Because what causes low self-esteem is when we start comparing ourselves to other people. What causes low self-esteem is when we start believing that we're not enough because we're not keeping up with the Joneses, or we're not keeping up with the Smiths, or we're not look as pretty as she is, or as talented as he is. And it's really about a matter of, who are you meant to be? Who are you created for more? And who are you in God's eyes? And you are created as a perfect being. He makes no mistakes. So don't diss on him by thinking that you're not enough. All right, let's get into this. External negativity. External negativity affects our self-esteem and great forces. Okay. There's lots of external forces that are out there that are talking against us. It's maybe the negative person at work. It's maybe the dismissive or condescending person that you have in your life. If you're in a career that's negative for you, for your personality, it can both peck away at your self-esteem over time, and it can also start to make you into a negative person. You think the thoughts of people around you that speak them. So if you internalize the words that are said around you and you soak them in, and those are the words that you start to think. Have you ever noticed that when you surround yourself with certain people, you start to think like them, you start to act like them, you start to be like them? Well, that's because you are the people that you surround yourself with. So make sure that you you're not a contributing factor to your low self-esteem by buying into the things that cause them, or you're buying into things that are negative in their world, that you're internalizing and making yourself not feel good, not feel like you're enough, not look good. And you're internalizing all of those things. So get a check on the external negativity of your life. Are you surrounding yourself with the right kind of people? The second kind of thing that we're really focusing on today is how, along with external negativity, internal negativity is a whole nother concept to wrangle. But of course, with external negativity comes internal thoughts and self-doubt. So what you're hearing on the outside is feeding what's happening on the inside. And if you are able to eliminate the outside negativity, then you can start to tackle the inside negativity. This internal negativity comes from doubt that you can't do what you want to do because you're just you. External factors feed into that doubt, but we already planted that seed before we unknowingly invited others to water it. So maybe you have a lack of support. This is a really big one. Finding support out there for the people that want to be a part of your life. I really focus on surrounding myself with people that are going in the direction that I want to go. I heard the other day, and I've heard it multiple times, but don't ask people that have never been where you want to be how to get there, because they don't know. They've never done what you're wanting to do. And they may even try to be Debbie Downers and keep you from going the direction that you want to go. Your self-esteem, a lower self-esteem is going to continue to spiral down if you lack support in what you're wanting to do. Both internal and external factors, they dig a deeper hole, and with little support, it really keeps you going lower every time. Without support, you won't have the positive affirmation that you are great, that you are just the way you are is perfect, that God created this perfect being. And so if you need to find a place like this to plug into, if you need to find other positive people in your world, a community of support, go do that. You should never be ashamed or conceal aspects of who you are for other people, because God put those strengths inside of you. He wants you to be loved, and He wants you to be supported, and He wants you to get rid of the negative people in your life, so that you can have the right mindset so that your brain can be hardwired for positive things around you and experience the good things around you. So regardless if they are positive or negative experiences, they always impact you in every sort of way. So get rid of the negative, cut out the negative people in your life, focus on the good things, and speak positive affirmations. So how do you do all of this stuff, right? How do you get past the negative stuff that's happening in your life and move on? Well, I'm sure there's been some things, if not all, these characteristics of low self-esteem that I talked about. And I know it's super hard to get out of it. I've been there. It's hard to find strength, let alone start pushing the wheel of even beginning to change. But it's completely possible, especially when you start connecting yourself to other people that are doing the same thing you're wanting to do. So today we're going to talk about some things that are going to help you move forward in that way. Number one is to find positive hobbies. Finding positive hobbies is monumental in this situation. If you're in the depths of low self-esteem and you know the negativity is creeping into your daily life and all the things that you're doing on a daily basis, check out what you can be doing that you can bring joy to your life. Use things that you enjoy doing to bring more positivity and more energy, good energy to your life. If you're finding that a lot of your hobbies are negative, maybe you're going to the bar, maybe you're doing some smoking, maybe you're just laying on the couch watching TV constantly, find things that you can do to bring joy to your life. What is that you love to do? What is something that makes your heart shine? What is it that you're capable of doing that is something that you love to do? Go find those kinds of things. Change up your hobbies, change up your friends, find things that are going to help you live the good life. The next one is find a supportive community. With a supportive community, you won't believe how beneficial this is. You are the 5 people that you hang out most. So if you are connecting with people that are going the way you want to go, if you're connecting with people that are dreaming the dreams that you have, if you're connecting with the people that are doing those positive hobbies that we talked about, you're going to be able to find more positivity in your life. Your self-esteem is going to soar. You're going to be surrounding yourself with like-minded people that you enjoy spending time with, and you're going to help you rebuild your own self-esteem by being a positive light in other people's life as well. The third one is setting yourself up for success. This is a difficult at first, but many new habits like you are creating here are going to help you it's going to become second nature. So start setting goals, start setting out the plans that you have for yourself, and start chipping away and creating an action plan for how you're going to reach those goals. Map out what that journey is going to look like before you start just tackling it. If you want to earn $1,000 this month, if you want to get out and be active for 10 minutes a day, if you want to join a gym, if you want to go find a crochet class, if you want to do whatever it is that lights you up, go find that and create an action plan to do that. Sign up for the class, be a part of the community, get together in a Bible study, find people that are going to help motivate you and keep you going and hold you accountable for getting to your goals. Motivation is a huge part for this foundation, and so many people feel like they require motivation to get moving forward. But you know what? Motivation may get you started, but discipline and dedication and the support system is what's going to keep you going. So making sure that you are finding those avenues of support and finding those kinds of things is really going to help you keep moving forward. The next one is putting your health and wellness first. I cannot stress this one enough. A self-care routine can be super difficult to implement sometimes, or at least people feel like that's the hard thing to do. But when you are battling so low self-esteem, this can really be a hard thing to do. But when we get ourselves wrapped up in the all or nothing mindset, that's when we stop practicing being kind to ourselves when we stumble. So don't worry about being perfect. Worry about doing something, okay? Worry about taking action. This in process is going to prove to you that even with, things that don't go perfectly, even with things that aren't necessarily going to be the perfect situation all the time, self-care can start super small, and it builds momentum and it builds confidence and it recharges your batteries and it helps you keep moving forward. So positive self-care can look like many different things, but putting your health and wellness first, making sure you're moving your body every day, making sure that you're fueling your body with good food, getting lots of water in, getting good sleep in, putting positive messages into your body and into your mind all the time. When you can get good in a good self-care routine, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's, just spending some quality time with friends. Maybe it's plugging into a podcast like this. Make sure that you're putting your health and wellness first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And when your cup gets empty, that's when you feel defeated and you feel lost and you feel like you just are not enough for people, because you don't have to be something for everyone else. You have to be something for yourself first. The next one is positive affirmations for building self-esteem. Shifting your mindset. I often say the biggest muscle that we need to flex every single day is the one in your head. These 6 inches between your ears are the thing that you need to work on the most if you're going to get out of this negative self-talk and negative feeling that you have. Positive affirmations for building self-esteem are key. Shifting your mindset to focus on what you like about yourself, what you're good at, what you need to be done on a daily basis in the beginning stages. Keeping a journal with positive thoughts about your day, keeping that attitude of gratitude, building relationships with people that fill you up and that are encouraging you and pushing you to be better. If you're struggling with creating a positive affirmation for yourself, use a couple of these. I choose to take action. I am strong and beautiful. I am forever grateful for the beautiful things that come into my life. My strength is greater than my struggle. I trust my inner voice. If you need something like that, write those things down. Who is it that you want to be? And write those things out on a piece of paper and then read them out loud every single day before you go to bed, before you get to go to work. Put them on your phone. Maybe they're an alarm that goes off. Saying these things aloud will help you lead you towards a path towards a more positive self-image and more positive mindset, which in turn creates everything else in your day an amazing time. If you know someone that needs to hear this podcast, if you know someone that needs to be lifted up in this sort of way, maybe have a self-esteem boost, that needs some tips and tricks of getting out of that negative mindset, I hope that you share that with them today. And if you like this show yourself, or if you are ready to hear more from Choose to Rise, I hope you head over to Choose to Rise Up on Apple Podcasts or Podbean or wherever it is that you're listening to this, and that you leave a rating and review and help others find our show as well. I love connecting with my listeners there, and I can't wait to see you back here again this next time when we get rocking and rolling. And have an excellent day, everyone.